I have over 20 games in my Steam library that I've never even opened. So instead of letting them all sit there forever, I put them on a wheel. The wheel is going to choose 5 games, and I'm actually going to give that game a chance to prove to me it's worth it. So, Story of Seasons. I knew basically nothing about this game, but at least I knew it was farming involved, and that was about it. And apparently that was a problem because I spent about the first 20 minutes doing nothing. I walked around, talked to random people, walked a bit here, walked a bit there, and still had no idea what I was meant to be doing. So, after a quick consultation with ChatGPT, it was helpful to say the least. Eventually, I finally figured out what I was supposed to be doing. And after that 20 minutes, I logged in. Once I actually understood what I was doing, I was kind of enjoying it. I originally only planned to play each game for about 30 minutes, but by this point, I didn't really want to stop. Why did barely any rocks anywhere? At this point, I was actually starting to get somewhere. I upgraded my house, and somehow I'd gone from not having any idea what I was doing to actually wanting to keep on playing. But before I finish anything, there was one last thing I wanted to do, and that was fixing the coop. I ended up playing for almost an hour, and honestly, I'd play it again. But we still have 4 more games to try out, so let's see. Oh my god, what is this? Apparently the wheel thought I haven't had enough for farming yet, because the next one I got was Gravekeeper. Except, instead of looking for a peaceful little farm, I was now looking after dead people. And honestly, I actually enjoyed it. The idea was interesting, and the game looked pretty good. But I thought I was starting to understand what I was doing. I was not. Because the further I got, the more stuff the game kept throwing at me. There were quests, crafting, skills, different resources, and people I needed to find. And I could never really tell what the game was telling me to do. And after about 40 minutes, I realized I spent more time trying to understand the game than I was enjoying it. I don't really think a Gravekeeper is bad. It actually just seems like a game I could play every now and then. But if I'm already this confused after 40 minutes, I don't think I'm getting that far. Pureya. I had absolutely no idea what this game was. And at the start of the game, it didn't really help. Every 10 seconds, it would throw me into a completely different minigame. And before I could figure out what I was doing, it changed again. For the first few minutes, I had no idea what I was doing. Then suddenly, it clicked. Every minigame is actually very simple. You basically just move around, collect marbles, and try not to lose. Then those marbles go into this thing, which gives you more minigames and other unlocks. And once I understood that, I realized that was pretty much it. So I played and played and played again, until eventually I'd be doing this for 20 minutes, and I was bored. The fourth game was Talk to Strangers, and my entire job was basically just knocking on random people's doors trying to sell them stuff, like a door-to-door salesman. And honestly, it sounded quite simple. You pick what to say, you try to figure out what the other person wants to buy, and at first I was doing alright, but then I started meeting more of the people who lived here, and oh my god, I hated some of these people. Some of them were quite normal, some of them were just weird. And some made me regret knocking on the door in the first place. And somehow, my job was to convince these people to give me money. And then there was my boss. My boss was a hoe. I'm out here knocking on random people's doors trying to sell this stuff, and she finds a way to make my life worse. So between the people who wouldn't buy stuff, and my boss being an absolute pain, my career wasn't going too well. Which also might have had something to do with the fact that I was an utterly terrible salesman. The longer I played, the worse things got. And after about 30 minutes of trying to make money, I finally achieved the complete opposite. I was in debt. 30 minutes as a salesman, and I had less money than I started with. Yeah, I don't think this career is for me. No. Nope. And after a completely fair selection process, the final game was the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I already knew a little bit about the game. Basically, there's a narrator
worked for a
telling
company-
Stanley what he's supposed to do. But you can kind of just like ignore him.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
So
left.
obviously I did that. And this was pretty much where the game got me. Every time he told me to do something, I wanted to do the exact opposite to see what he did. And somehow, the game almost always had something ready for me, whatever stupid decision I made.
The fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for
At first,
others?
messing with the narrator was pretty funny, until I found a way
no.
to kill Stanley.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
And then, I realized I started to feel kind of bad.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Apparently, emotionally tormenting the narrator wasn't enough, because I decided Stanley had to be Subaru as well.
Victory!
I went up the stairs, fell down, went up, fell down, and became an absolute ore monster. Eventually, after a few restarts, I decided to finally listen to the narrator.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
And the
office.
longer I played, the more I realized this was easily my favorite game on the wheel. Because I wasn't even trying to finish the game anymore. I just wanted to know what was behind every single
What could
door.
it mean?
And how much I could annoy the narrator before he gave up on me.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. No, wait.
I suppose.
Where are you going?
But after 30 minutes, I somehow made progress.
Revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
And somehow,
Stanley's
I actually won.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of
There was still a
new
ton of
power.
choices I didn't make, places I didn't go, endings I didn't get. And unlike most games on the wheel, I actually wanted to go back. So, after 5 games, was any of it actually worth it? Story of Seasons was surprisingly good. Gravekeeper confused me. Pureya was Pureya. Talk to Strangers got me fired. But Stanley Parable was
Please,
easily
no,
my
Stanley, let me
favorite.
stay here. Don't take this from me.
So did the wheel actually help me find something worth playing? Yeah, I'd say so. Am I ever trusting it again? No.